Good evening, and you're welcome to the Friends and Family Show on Channel One TV. We're coming to you live at 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Kwote. On this show, we get real. We show you all the emotions. We get happy. We get sad. We cry. We laugh out loud. I want for you to be a part of the show, so please, you can send some messages. In the meantime, we are talking about high school memories today. I know each and every one of us gets that euphoria. We get the whoosh anytime we talk about our high schools. That's because we've got some memories, probably about friends. We've got memories of all the things that we did back in school, especially if you were in the boarding school. You have so much to talk about. So in the studio today, I've got a Santa, I've got a Moga, I've got two Odadias. We'll get into that conversation real soon. You're very welcome to the Friends and Family Show. My super special name is Noyo Kwote. You're welcome. All right, you're welcome back to the Friends and Family Show. My name is Noyo Kwote. We're hanging out all the way to 7 p.m. and you can be part of the show because we're talking about high school memories tonight. You know, every one of us definitely went to secondary school or high school. But again, if you didn't go to a boarding school, sometimes it's hard small if we have to talk about the matter because you don't get the ginger from the boarding school vibe, you get. But tonight, we're getting into all the things. If you didn't go to, boarding school, you wait small, we'll spread some ginger to you, and then you get the feel. Next time when you come, I go to a boarding school. But then again, let's put that aside. Whether you went to a boarding school or a regular school or probably just a day school, you definitely have some memories from school. So tonight, I have in the studio two Odadias. So when I say Odadia, definitely they're coming from Presec, right? I have a Moga, that's Infantiman Old Girls Association, so a girl from Infantiman Gate. And then I have a Santa, which I am passionately attached to. For some reason, I am attached to a Santa. But I have in the studio, we have Samson Yeboah Abankwa, who AKA something. That way I'll not mention it. Who is a clinician at 37 Military Hospital. Okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're Presec 2005 year group.
Sure.
Right. And right next to him, I'm sorry, we have Ruth Boampong, who is Moga 2003 year group. And then we have Pascal Molly, who is actually a Santa 2003 year group as well. Yeah. And then right next to him, we have Kwame J.
Most deaf.
Kwame J, who is an Odade as well.
Yeah.
Is there something connected to your dressing today? Your shirt, like you're wearing your school uniform. Like you have blue.
Blue magic.
Yeah,
the blue magic. So
blue magic.
Right.
Blue magic.
You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Okay.
And we're talking old school.
All right.
I bet everyone's got memories.
Definitely. A lot of them.
Yeah, lots of them. No matter how long, even if it's 20 years or 30 years, you still have memories from back in school.
There are things you never forget.
You never forget.
No.
You live with them.
Yeah.
No matter how you try to forget about it.
Yeah.
Especially in our case, same class, same
class.
house. Same.
Oh, and then your friends right after.
Same
That's
dorm.
beautiful.
Same dorm.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
Same dorm.
Same
bed.
house, same class, same
Not
door.
same bed. I got.
Same bed.
No, I beg
No, why did I beg you? Okay, anyway, this day there, right, you can't say that.
no.
You can't really say that.
No, but it's a one bed, one up, one down.
Oh, so you mean
So
like
you
a
see-
bunk
so you
bed?
see- so you see-
Okay,
so you
okay,
see.
we get.
So
We
you
get. It's okay. It's okay.
Nice
He's
one.
sorry. He's sorry for saying that.
You never
But
had a bed
anyway,
though.
Let's start off with your first choice. Okay, your school. Was that your first choice? Did you
Definitely.
really want to go to Presec?
Yes.
Did you really want to go to Infantiman?
Yes.
What's your first choice? Did you really want to go to
That was my
Santa?
first and second.
Oh, Santa's Adisado.
Yeah.
It was your first and
Second
no, we
one.
had people who actually did first, second,
Second and
third.
third, yeah.
Can't hear Bukwa,
Myself.
You get you too.
Yeah.
First, second, third.
I dreamed about going to Presec.
Going to Presec.
Yes. I loved that school since
Right.
JHS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about when the results came in, and then I think back. So you're millennials, or
Yeah.
yeah, so millennials.
Yeah.
So our time, the parents will go to the school with your results, and then they check if your name is there,
they'll give
or
you the
give you the
prospectus and all that.
prospectus. So how did you feel when your parents? I start with you. How did you feel when your parents came and like, oh yeah, you're going to Presec?
Okay, so in my case,
Presec
it was joy in the house because my dad wanted to go to Presec and he couldn't go to Presec. So it was like one of his kids should do Presec.
Right.
My senior brother went to Pesco and all that. So when I had Presec, when he came home, Presec science, I was like, hey!
Oh,
so he was
science.
excited. Yes, he was very excited.
Was that what she wanted to read?
Yes, I
Science.
was very excited. And by then, if I see the Presec bus, I'm like, I must ride in this bus.
Nice.
So getting there was like home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How about you?
Okay, I think
How did it feel the first day?
I didn't have the experience of older siblings.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about the SHS experience.
Okay.
Yes, so it was a new thing to me. Yes, but I got my first choice. But I didn't get my first choice course to read.
Okay.
I chose business, but then I got agric science.
Right.
Yes, so, but it was a nice experience. I was happy. My siblings were happy for me. The first
Good.
one to go to senior high school. So
Nice.
yeah, you know.
Yes,
We
I
have
can
this-
imagine excitement.
Yeah, you're going to boarding house. No more daddy, no more mommy, no more siblings.
Yeah.
We will be out of the house for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Where is she going to sleep? You know that. The first one, so the experience is different.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mr. Molly?
Mine was more of like a victory for me because my headmistress found a way to convince my mother not to choose Adisado College.
Why?
But I said no. Well, I mean,
Was
the
there a
story
reason?
is like the story,
Okay.
like I was a bit, aggressive. So it was like, oh, for this school, nah, he needs to go to a school where it's very calm. But at this school, nah. But I was still bent on, going for it. So when the results came in and I got the school, I was like, wow, I got victory over my headmistress because like she never wanted. In fact, she convinced everybody not to choose that school. So I was the only guy who
From your
moved from Matters of
batch,
Uganda to
okay.
Adisado College. So it was more like a
Nice.
victory for me.
Kwame J.
Yes, we had a lot of boys who wanted to go to Presec. From my GSS, we had a lot of people who always dreamt about going to the top schools. Yeah. So we chose Presec. I chose Presec first, second, third.
Wow.
In LA, Charlie, if anything cry, I should get there.
Get red with blue, right?
Exactly. So when my parents came home, they told me you had Presec. I was like, okay, that's nice. It was a really good feeling. In fact, that night I didn't sleep. Yes, I think I must have smiled in my sleep till the morning.
Like you're going for our day. Like you're waiting to go to our day. You iron your uniform hanging. It's like you're worshipping the uniform. They actually get you need to. You get. But let's move on to the very first day.
Okay.
Very first day. Now you have your prospectus. You bought your trunk and chop box. It's filled with everything in there. Your juicy and shemima. Right?
Baby skis. Baby skis.
You have your juicy and your shemima right there. Up there.
And
That I be small.
dinat.
Oh, the up that I be small.
The Weetabix, the cornflakes.
The Juvita.
Yes.
Right. It
And
came
the
in the
milk
shape of a triangle.
Yes, that
right.
one.
You guys
No
are mentioning things. though.
So the first day now, you're ready. Your touchdown school. Just walk me through your very first day, stepping foot, let's say in Adisado College.
I went to the commercial vehicle, the Tantry one, not the STC. The Tantry one, the one from
The long
Takadi
one.
station. The one you hear the sound of the engine,
Takabas.
like yeah, exactly. And the journey was just, I think at that time the road was not that what we have now. So the moment they left me, I was like, wow, if I have to go back home, do I have to travel all these hours and go back? And you had seniors who were just waiting for your
Arrival,
leaving.
yeah.
Like you want, so this guy is also a student. Like someone will just come and pass with the black boxes on. There's these prescribed boxes that they give us. You find somebody come pass like, so this guy too is a student. Then someone go like, if your mother leave you could see. So that tension.
And fear.
I had we had my guys who were seniors and they were just waiting for that boy to come. Like, in the neighborhood, everybody knew, oh, this boy is coming, he's quite a naughty guy, we'll punish him and all that kind of thing. So once they leave you, you're like, you're alone. Now you have to face your fears.
Yeah.
And that moment, you have to find your way. Yeah, you bribe your way or you face it.
You bribe your way.
Well, some people do, but some of us,
So the first night, did you sleep?
I don't think I did. Because there was this Achu. Achu will come and shout, if you know you are asleep, raise your leg. If you know you are asleep,
But
raise
if you
your
are
leg.
asleep, how did you hear it?
Exactly. So, like, you don't know whether to raise your leg. Once you raise your leg, you mean you're not asleep.
Yes,
And it was just crazy. But it was fun, like, having, at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen. Like, 1 or 2 days after everything becomes, like, normal, and then you have to face or go through it. So,
Okay.
that was
So
it for
there
me.
were no emotions.
Well, I was hiding it.
You were hiding it.
Because people, they don't need to be a very strong guy. It
Yeah.
cannot be, some were crying. Like, some
Right.
were actually,
Yeah, I was
think
going to
some
leave
people
the
even left
crying for
day.
Ruth.
I know somebody who left the next day, who went back home like, nah. But he
You
was
can't
not
do
back.
this.
Yeah.
Go back. I was actually going to leave the crying to Ruth. I think
Unfortunately-
sometimes the guys, you hold body small, so
Yeah.
the tears,
My
it
house
can't really
like
drop.
this,
Yeah.
my house, the house master was not living by us, so you can imagine. Other houses had their house masters there, so I mean, even if they punish you, you can once there's some noise, the house master will come to you.
come out.
But Le Maire Brazil, you have to walk like whatever.
Before you get to him.
My sister.
Right, so Ruth, let's go through the emotions on the first day.
See, senior high school, when you compare to the other levels of education, boarding house is a totally different thing.
Different thing.
Yeah,
Different
They
body.
go and just drop you there, and then
that's it.
that's it. No mother, no father, no siblings, nothing. No TV, no entertainment.
No TV.
Strangers. The first day is total strangers.
Yeah.
So my father took me there the first day. I was just looking around. I couldn't see any of my junior high school mates, but I didn't know those who also got admissions. Yes. But then fortunately, there was this lady who knew my father. One of the seniors, she was in Form TV. So she mentioned my father's name. My father is like, where do you know me from? She said, oh, my father is your father. Fortunately, we're in the same house. And then just that moment, she took me as her school daughter.
Nice.
So I said, oh, now I have a familiar face, somebody
Right.
I can attach to. So then I didn't shed any tears. I didn't shed any tears. I don't
No, as
remember
in, like
crying.
when daddy was leaving, you didn't cry.
No, I didn't cry.
Hey.
I didn't cry, but
I
I was
wailed.
sad. No, I didn't.
wailed.
The reason being,
Hey, I've got moving away from my comfort zone. I wailed.
There's something about firstborns. You have to be tough. There's this tough skin that comes with being a firstborn. I think maybe for me that was the experience. Yeah, I was sad. Yes, but then when I met that lady who said she'd take care of me,
Right.
I said, oh, then I have a sister. So
Yeah, so that's
yeah,
going
the
to take us
first
to
experience there was okay.
school fathers.
Yes.
You had a school father?
Oh, no, not really. The Presec thing comes like when you're from Accra, mostly you don't get to get the boarding house in the first
Okay.
year. So I think I had to be a day student for,
okay.
yes, I joined the boarding house later.
Later.
Yeah, so I came in a senior already. So
Oh,
I didn't really
so you
have
didn't
that.
need that.
So the few we experienced were just probably when you want to walk around the school, then you have seniors, But the very first day, I'm sure he would have that experience because he was dumping.
You had a school
it
dad
was dumped.
Terrible experience.
with a school father.
No, not with the school father.
Okay.
Like getting to the school and being left in the school.
Right.
Not left, being abandoned in the school.
No, it's not abandonment.
It's abandonment.
It's not
Because-
abandonment. But
because-
it's not a boarding
I
house.
felt
It's for
so.
training.
I
It's for
felt
molding,
so
yeah.
because I had never stayed away for more than a week from home. Here I was being left in the school, and then my mother would see the seniors. Oh, please don't bully him. Don't do this.
That's a ticket to.
And precisely there's this setup of the school such that we have a relaxing place where we call Paradise.
Okay.
That's where the seniors come to relax. And then right next to the Paradise is the car park. So when you are coming, you see the seniors, like he mentioned, in their boxes, sitting on the bench, looking at you. And then they will shout, Apayo! So everybody sees that you are coming.
You're a newbie.
And then I was smallish too. So when I got to the school, I was like, ooh, I had goosebumps. I couldn't talk. I was just standing beside my mother. Then and after we had brought my trunk and everything in. She said, "Oh, please don't leave my son." And she said, "Oh, mommy." One of the seniors said, "Oh, mommy, my son is so I'll take care of him." No, don't believe that senior. No. Don't believe that senior. So they finally left, and then, but bit by bit, you get to mingle with people.
You adapt.
Oh, yes. But
Make
with the
friends.
first few weeks, you are always quiet. You don't talk much.
Yeah, because you have to maneuver.
Exactly.
You have to
Have a
find
game
who,
plan. How are you going to
find your
avoid-
energy.
Exactly.
Right.
And in the way it is, even if you try to blend in, they will definitely know that you're a newbie.
You're
Because
new.
the way your gait, the way you walk, yes, you will be looking around.
Okay, now, let's talk about dormitory life.
Aish.
So what house were you in?
I was in house 5.
House 5. Oh, so
Reese
you
house.
had the number.
No, we have
But
the name.
number
Reese
and
house.
name.
Yeah,
House
Reese
five.
house.
What
house
house?
5. Reese,
Reese.
R-I-I-S.
Okay,
Reese
okay,
house.
okay.
Yes, house 5.
What about you?
I was in Leme House.
Le Maire.
Yeah.
Nice name.
Scotton House.
Aye.
That's 5. Reese house.
Oh, yes, right. Reese house. Now, structure, dormitory, beds. Did you struggle for beds? Or when you walk in, like, everybody's appointed to the bed?
Yeah. Everybody has a bed. Nah, we've never seen something of that sort in this other college. Like everybody has his own bed. Yeah.
Okay, but I think
It's the luckiest that
Yes.
not everybody has.
no, but I think for a second, the points when you come, depending on which senior would meet you at the car park and adopt you as a school father, then you're going to sleep
at the top.
at the top.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the fact boy.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so,
so
the fact master
automatically,
is down and then the fact boy is up.
so automatically, it's like who welcomes you offers you a bed.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have this funny bed at the entrance where the mosquitoes are at the entrance, and it's reserved for that first year of Form 1 boy who will come without any that are B signals. So we put you at the gate.
But for no fault of yours.
Put you at the gate.
Whether you had that means-
You know that gate. The one that's supposed to the house captain's room.
Yes.
So when you open the door, all the mosquitoes, that's where they visit first. So it's a reserved.
Why is that?
It's a special bed. Only enter the dormitory. The first bed close to the door. A very special bed.
Very
For the
special
ones
bed.
who are not who are
It's a
can't
special bed.
For the stubborn from one boys.
Because anybody who enters after eating, that's the net we use to clean our hands.
But Leme, we only have some dormitories you cannot visit.
Okay.
Or you don't even dare to pass across there, because the moment you hear somebody calls your name from that place, if you enter, problem.
Trouble.
Okay.
Everybody will have access to either bully you, punish you, send you left, right, back, center. So I mean, the ones who I'll say the few smart ones would avoid such dormitories. They will not come and pass there. Even if you send someone to go pick something, you'll find a way to send a junior in that dorm to have that thing sorted out.
Okay.
If not, Michigan, no, you dare not. Mental, you dare not enter. In the Leme house, you dare not.
Oh, I think in our case, except probably the house 8, house 7, they have more of the rooms. But even that one, Form 1 boys were in there. So that one's like Form 1 boys alone. You are downstairs.
Okay.
You are in a room for yourselves. House 8, house 7. The rest of the houses, you share the room with your Form 2s and your
And
seniors.
from trees. And for the seniors, we have one we call, in our case, we don't call them school fathers, we call them Corey Master.
Curry master.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so in that particular corner where you have your trunk, there's a Form 3 boy who sleeps on the lower bed.
Yes,
And
always
then
Form
the-
3s are
Yes.
yes.
And then there's the Form 1 or Form 2 boy who sleeps in the upper bed.
Okay.
So the Form 1 boy's master is the one who sleeps on the down bed. And he has the luxury of staying back and sleeping in his bed and sending you to go get food from him from the
Whatever
hall,
it is.
Yeah, the
everything.
dining hall,
And
yeah.
you know, the corridor is just that space between the beds. That's a corridor.
Yes.
The space between the beds. So that is where he has his troubles and
Authority.
trunk, where he can sit down comfortably
And relax.
and relax. So it's like he's the father in the house, then you just have the bed, then you have to get down.
And
Yes.
they normally go for dining.
No,
But-
they
would always send.
No, it's like he's the landlord. He's the
That's what that's
demigod.
one day, yeah.
He's the demigod in there. And I remember at a point my Corey boy fell from the top bed.
I fell once.
Yes, my Corey boy fell from the
fell
top bed.
once?
I also fell
Two
from
people
the
fall from
Oh,
I fell.
oh.
I
This
fell.
is-
I fell from
My colleague-
a third bank.
Wow.
I've never seen
You
that
know,
before.
No.
Infant
I
Mane,
wouldn't
we
think so.
are very populated. The student number is huge.
Okay.
Most of the girls, I think we are the highest girls' school in terms of population.
How many were you there?
My
Wow.
batch alone, we were almost 800 and something.
Okay,
Whoa.
that's huge. Because
I was
like
in Form
720
1.
then.
Yeah.
And the Form 2s were almost 700 and something. The Form 3s to maybe 600. So the whole school were like 1,500. In our time, so the beds were not enough.
Okay.
So they had to change the double bunk beds and bring in the triple bunk beds.
What? Hey,
So-
but how are you?
So
The one in the middle, how do you
one-
feel?
No, I was Form 1, you are the top.
Whether you like it or not.
Oh, I think, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's just
So
Form
I
one.
just happened, I don't know if it was all, I don't remember, but I was at the top. I remember, and I don't know, I just fell. I think I was dreaming, so I fell
Hey,
and
what
I
kind of
wasn't able to climb up again.
So you know,
I didn't even realize I'd fallen. The Form 3 lady at the bottom
You were
said,
still sleeping
"Ruth,
on the floor."
You are down. You know you're on the floor.
that means you fell
So
well.
I just woke up and I
You
just,
fell well.
and
Did you fall on
I just
something?
climbed. I don't know, a bucket or something. I don't know what I
No,
did.
you
Ah,
fell
and
well.
you
No,
still
you
didn't
fell
feel
well.
it.
Because, no, you
fall
fell
and still
well.
lie down.
No, see, that means in your cases you didn't have the troubles and the trunks.
No,
in
no,
the-
they were in front of the beds, not inside.
Not
Inside.
by
Oh,
the
okay.
side.
Oh, we had it.
Uh-huh.
We had it anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Anywhere you want to.
I
Oh,
remember.
no, I think ours as well. It's just
It was in
in
front of
unison,
it, so-
like in front of the
She
bed.
just,
Oh,
she
yes.
just
Because that was
stabbed me.
to eat on. That's like
Ruth,
our
you
dining
are
table.
down. Just get
You know
before
that.
I realized, I just climbed the
And you
this stairs
climbed
back,
up
and I
Yes.
slept again.
back and you went to sleep.
went to sleep.
Sound
So
like-
the
next
following
day,
day, I realized that there was a cut on my
Oh, sorry.
toe or something.
That's
Then
when
the
you
liver
realized.
blades, and I had to go to the infirmary for some injection, tetanus. And the whole
This is serious.
But when you mentioned the falling, I also
I had
fell.
a meet like that. You wake up and then walk around and still go back
Maybe
to
I'll
bed.
sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I think in my case, my career boy, as my school son, he lobbied. So I made him come down and I moved up.
Okay.
And that came at a cost.
Usually seniors are.
It wasn't free.
That came at a cost. So now his troubles was like,
And the pro-
Okay,
All right.
that was part of the
so it was like a mutual thing. Someone want to sleep down, no problem. I make sure,
You must pay for
make
it.
sure I'm fed properly.
Okay, talking about the chop box and not being free. Let's talk about dining hall and dining food. You should have the best.
Okay, so in our case, we have what you call striking. Right?
What's
So-
striking?
Okay, so striking basically is when they sound a siren for the dining hall,
Right.
who enters first, you get the lado.
Then
you
lado.
serve.
Oh, sure. I
Okay,
forgot when
okay.
that applied to.
So-
So you didn't have table heads.
Hold it there, hold it right there.
with that.
Hold it right there.
Maybe
When you
on
get
paper.
there, only the
Maybe on
prefects,
paper,
it's only the
you have to
prefects. So it's like, so I think at the point, because of the striking, they made the Form 1 and 2s eat first, then with the Form 3s were eating second.
It was so
So
changed to
now,
that
so now when it
later.
goes among your own Form 3s,
Yeah.
you
Strike
get
and
those
let us-
Yeah.
good, but still,
You
it's
strike.
about-
Dog by dog.
So that is where you go and you see, let's say plantain, Wednesday afternoon, beans and cocoa.
Red.
Yeah, red. So
Which
let's-
was your favorite?
Yeah, so,
On what
yes,
day?
Yes, I love it. Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday.
So we were 13, that time 13 on the table, right?
13 on the table.
So I got a ladder, 26 pieces. You take one, you share half for the Form 1s, half for the Form 1s. You finish, you pour the rest into your bowl. Already, you are going with a big bowl. You finish, you pour the garri, everything on it, into your armpit.
Away.
Away.
So no, let's go through the menu. Do you remember dining hall menu and the days?
Oh, the days I don't remember.
Sunday morning,
Some
one
days I
egg.
may.
Sunday morning, tea and egg.
One of my
I think
favorite.
that's
You
the
enjoyed
cut
it.
out for almost all
And also
the.
One of my
That's
favorites.
Wednesdays, where Wednesdays we have bread and egg. Thursdays we have jollof rice and chicken. And then Tuesdays, rice and something. But the rest, those soups.
You
I
know, get
remember
to the
about the
soup.
soups.
They had funny names across all the secondary schools. It's the same soup. Which one was called the gas?
It's like tomato
They
stew.
want
but you
tomatoes
can't-
to they add the flour to it.
Yeah,
The flour.
It looks
Flour.
brownish.
It's called gas.
They look
not
brownish,
normal.
like
And
salt.
others call it gas.
Doesn't look
And what about
reddish.
the
Others call
Ghana
it bay flour.
No, what about the Ghana soup? The one you see your face. The one you can see your face.
Like soup.
Is
It's
it
gas.
soup?
ah,
Oh, it's still gas.
people
It's
eat
gas.
it. They have like
Because
Some
how
of the
is-
soups.
So after the first term, I told my mom, Charlie, Danny was cooking.
Hey,
So they
Charlie.
bought me a kerosene stove. I know how to cook. So my second term, I actually went to school with a kerosene stove.
And you were
So
cooking?
oh yeah, dining hall. I bring the.
Was it
rice.
allowed?
Oh, it was not allowed.
Okay.
But I
Form
found a
one?
way. Form 1.
Oh, I didn't
So now I had a leverage. The seniors couldn't punish me anymore because you need my stove to do your tea.
Okay,
Right.
yes, so yes,
So I'll bring the rice. Oh, Charlie Pascal, do some stew moku chop. And that was my way.
Wow.
Okay, so
Hey.
they had
But
a
dining, That's struggling and stuff like
So
that.
at the point where envying those who are on special diets.
Special
Yes,
diet.
Those
yes,
who
I
come with
remember
those
those
Yes,
ones.
they'll get the
Yeah.
rice and
Yeah.
stew with some tuna, and they had a special high
It's
table.
true.
The special diet guys.
It's
they
high
always
table.
do
It's
that.
always
Yeah,
at the
high
top.
table,
Yeah. And they come.
But they weren't eating pepper and salt,
I say,
right?
people
The
come-
special,
yes,
yeah.
special
People come with very weird medical reports.
Just
Make sure the doctor puts more ink inside. When there's more ink inside, you see that suddenly they bring their rice and stew and they look so small and they are there.
I remember.
But one of my favorites on the menu was Sunday evenings.
Okay.
We had this jollof with
Sunday
chicken.
chicken.
And we call it vulture.
Vulture.
Because they were
Vulture.
like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken
No,
nuggets.
it would look like.
No, it looks like
look
a real
like-
chicken,
know,
but
yeah.
most of them take out the bony part,
bone.
Yes.
so it becomes really
Very
small,
small.
and sometimes hard.
Yes.
So that's why we used to call it
So
vulture.
on Sunday evening, the population in the dining
Thank
hall
you.
is at its
Yes,
maximum.
yes,
yes.
And
Yeah.
some of the days when you're
Yeah.
lucky, you get some pickle or
The
something
lowest-
that comes, or fruit
Yeah.
that comes with it.
The
Yeah.
lowest
That's a
the
special
lowest
Sunday.
days were, I think, Saturday evening.
Yes.
No, but
that's
then a lot of visitors have come around.
it's true.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
home
so
show.
everybody's flexing,
There's a lot of home
flexing.
show
Dining food is
around.
always left.
So Saturday evenings, you don't
But you
really.
still find people packing rice. So. Me,
Oh, it's allowed.
Because I have
Okay.
You pack the rice with
You
shito.
pack-
You have shito.
shito.
Yeah, shito.
Yeah.
Kinky.
dog.
And
The
cake,
kinky,
cake,
yeah.
cake.
Kinky.
Cake.
It's
So
about
that
this.
masque, is that actually masque? You add a little
Masque.
milk to it.
Yeah.
Then it was-
Cape Coast was not like the Ga kinky. The kind of kinky they were giving us in Cape Coast was not. Couldn't compare.
It's too hard there.
Come in how Jamestown give them how.
No, but you can't compare Jamestown Kinky. No, they can't compare Jamestown Kinky too.
That's what I'm saying. So that
Alright.
kinky, I would not
enjoy it,
whether
eh?
to match it or whatever. I won't bother.
Oh, you couldn't match that cake. But I find a cake when you give it to you can even
We're
save it
matching it.
for 3 days. You still match it.
That smooth.
Yeah. All right. So you're still on Friends and Family, and we're talking about high school memories, all the things that we used to do in high school. And we'll take a little break. When we're back, we'll get into friendships and cliques whilst we're in school. 1 minute. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Friends and Family Show. We're live on ChannelOne TV, coming to you from our studios at 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Quartier. This evening, we're still on the high school blues, all the things that we did back in high school. I'd want you to go back into your memories. Definitely, you will click with all the things that we're saying, because some of these things we're talking about were actually run through all the senior high schools. But you would go back and probably think about the very special ones that she had. It's just bring back memories, and you can smile while you're thinking about all of that. All right, so we're back to talk about friendships and cliques. Back in school, you can't be an island. You definitely can. You would have 2 or 3 people that you call your soldiers. You may know lots of people because you get into your class, a class of 20 or 30. You know people, but again, like I always say, I know a lot of people, but I have few friends. So definitely, you would have a clique. You would have, a buddy, even if you're not in the same house. I would travel all the way to house 2 because that's where my people were. And I was in house 4. So I go all the way to house 2 because that is my clique. So let's talk about cliques.
Okay.
How did it go in school?
Okay, so in my case,
That's your clique.
that's my right-hand man. So we actually had that ex-Rizak clan, myself, him, Ben part of Blessed Memory, Nose, and Fuji. Then Vascofi at the point.
Vascofi.
Yes, and Bernard.
Vinod.
Yes. But between I and him, we had a lot more together because I
Than the
came
rest.
in that boy who was radical ready, and he came in a very timid boy.
So
I
you
had to
needed
bring
someone
him-
to, yeah,
I had
you have
bring
to
him
compliment
a bit
each other.
closer. So most of the bad things he did, I made him do them.
Oh, you're agreeing. Did you agree to that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
You agree?
One of the
Yes.
good ones he
Yes.
did.
Yeah, most of the bad things he did.
He rapped off you like
Yes,
that?
First time I broke bounce and got
Aha,
out of
we're
school,
going there.
it was due to his influence.
That's why your school is where you break was like, where do you go, Madina?
Oh, we
Where
went
do you
went for a festival. We were festivals. With
You-
out of Accra.
okay, out of
Hey,
Accra.
Accra.
people are watching. Oh.
People are, yeah,
My other is here,
Nah,
this
nobody
one
wants
is
that.
Yeah,
I'm watching. People are watching. All right, Pascal, did you make friends? Did you have a clique?
Cliques. Nah, I had few friends,
Right.
but I was not really into. That's my clique.
Okay.
I don't really create circles. Like,
Okay.
I'm just there. You need me.
Like
I
a
come
low-
through,
a-
come
a
through for you.
free ranger.
Yeah, I was not really into.
What about
cliques
you,
and
Rose?
stuff.
Girls, yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Because you have mates you are coming from junior high school,
school
with.
with.
I had 5 of them. Yes, eventually we were 5. Some came later, but then we were 5. So I formed a bond with them. They were like sisters. People even refer to them as my sister because, like, we are always working together. Sorry. Then when you got to school, you met housemates or dorm mates, and then classmates. Sometimes you have someone in your dorm, and the same person is in your class.
Yes.
I had one, Abnormary. She's still my friend. Even when I was coming here, I was talking to her about some memories she can share with me. So such a person is like your sibling with you in the house, and then you go to class. So the class is like office. So she's now your colleague too. So that there will definitely be a clique.
Clique.
And then it's
Right.
good.
But how did
And
that
the
play out?
sisters, sort of.
Like, did they help you academically? Did they shape you trying to get to know people? Did you shape you socially?
Of course.
Because you go to some people actually were in boarding school and then they're
draw
always by themselves.
Yes.
They have classmates all right, but then
They call in their shell.
yes, they always
That's
in
the
their
worst
shell.
you can do.
Yeah.
In a place with so much.
I'm always a friendly
I
person.
did like it when I went to school.
Oh, okay.
Because it was actually not where I'd wanted to go to.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the beginning, it was a bit like, I had to draw back.
Yeah.
But knowing me that to see it like
The
this,
vibe. The vibe.
You could have had fun. Yeah.
it was hard.
You know
I
at
have
the
to find
time.
somebody.
Yes, you know at the
Something's
time.
doing me.
As you said,
your
yes, as you
Yeah.
said, when you go first, it's always about your school, your initial schoolmates,
Those you know.
or probably those you're coming from the same neighborhood with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's say the Sakumano boys,
Yeah.
the CFC boys, the Cantonment boys.
Yes.
So you see
So that's a
that
first
neighborhood.
click.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
And
first
later
click.
on,
And then you
And
break
later
out.
on, you see that it
Yeah.
breaks,
The
then you start forming the
classmates.
real.
Yeah, the real
So I always say
ones.
that's the real cliques.
Yes.
That's
Final-
cliques
the
that
final
leads.
one.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
were
yeah.
cliques,
Right.
You take out the
Right.
weeds and then eventually.
Which
you have
weeds?
the-
Who are the
Let's
plans?
go back to the weeds. You have to explain the weeds. Which
This
weeds?
needs for you. Yeah.
No, but we had people like that in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's they'll
The-
go
yeah.
and report you
To-
for.
You are you won't do if somebody is
Yeah.
doing to you. Go
Yeah,
and
yes,
talk.
it's that one,
Hey,
yes.
minister.
Yeah, in our case, when the Housemaster sees him, you ask, come and Santi, where's Abankwa?
Yes.
When he sees me, you ask,
And they used to
"Abankwa,
really
where's
do
Kwame
good with
Santi?"
that.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so now let's talk about cross friendships.
One more trips.
Yeah, we'll go there. Let's talk about cross friendships. So although
As in
you're
different schools?
in different
Yeah,
schools.
yeah.
So you're in Infantiman. Did you have friends in other schools that you would write letters to, or
This issue
your
you're
boys?
mentioning. So
She's married to a Santa.
I met my husband in senior high school. Actually, I know Pascal already because he's Santa
I know
03.
Pascal because
You're also married to a Santa 03.
I'm married to a
yes.
Santa
So,
03.
so that's how I met
Yeah.
my husband. I met him through my
School
cousin.
guys, you can't go wrong.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
And those
Let's
days,
not go there.
in those days, we didn't have
We are
mobile
rare
phones.
breed.
So you
No.
write
Yeah.
letters.
So you've somebody has introduced you to someone. The person writes a letter.
SDD. Same day delivery.
Yes, same day delivery to come. And
How?
Then, hey,
Were you paying for that?
You pay extra.
Okay, you pay
So
extra.
you need a reply as soon as possible.
Yes.
ASAP.
So he sent a letter
ASAP.
that my cousin has given him my name and blah blah blah. He hasn't seen my face. You have to take a picture, get a nice envelope, and the letter.
And then send
Yes,
scented writing pad.
I was waiting for that. Even
Yeah.
although
Right.
it's scented, you still put some
yes,
show me.
yes, you know,
You never
some
had a letter in
perfume.
school. You never got to the letter in
And
school.
I sent it to him, and
Nice.
then that's how it started.
It started.
Yeah, so
Right.
so that's
Beautiful.
we had friends
You
in
had-
other schools who were writing to.
You know, had
I was doing
extent.
Accra.
Yes.
I was doing Accra.
Accra, what
Yeah.
school?
Accra girls.
Accra girls.
Yeah.
But I thought more girls are your girls.
I
No?
used to reply letters of my friends to their school, but I didn't have
You are
anybody.
applying for people.
I had a very nice handwriting.
Ah,
When you write a
nice
letter and you don't-
handwriting.
Yeah.
It
When-
I
deceive
fell
you.
in love with the handwriting.
We high.
It
But
was
it wasn't
the
I
that
used to
person.
reply their
It was
letters
my
for them.
husband.
Are you sure it's not Pascal?
It's not Pascal. Pascal's handwriting. You know, he thinks his handwriting is nice. But Nana's own is nicer.
So it was after that you realized that
I'll put the letter so
you've kept it.
Hey, almost
So does
30.
it write the same way
Same
like that?
handwriting.
Then you are safe. Because otherwise it's Pascal.
Oh, no, it's not Pascal.
Otherwise I love it Pascal.
I think in my case,
Oh goodness.
I think in my case, I didn't really have a school that was. We were doing more or less like United
serious.
Nations
That's like we say,
things.
always think.
United Nations things. Temasco,
It could be any point.
Chemu,
Hey, you
Okapi
go to
Mine,
Tema.
okay.
Como
girls.
See
Como
that
girls,
class.
Green Juices,
girls.
Roses.
Okay,
I want to be the same ones.
I've got some messages here. Let's see what's happening. My first day of high school was so embarrassing. My stomach started aching shortly after I arrived. I needed to use a washroom, but you know how long it takes to sort out dorm allocations and all of those things. Can you believe I sold myself on my way to the washroom? Luckily, there was a senior who helped me with a jacket to tie around my waist. God bless him. But others had already seen me. For 1 whole year. They called me Nyalo.
Oh, those names live with you. Those names really live with you for a long time.
Repeat that again. They call you.
It wasn't easy.
That'd be a tough one.
Nah, this is Bello in Madina. Bello. I'm sorry.
Bello
I'm sorry.
Bello squad there. Charlie. What a name, Nyalo.
As for dining hall food, we ate this because we were hungry.
Yeah, to fill the stomach.
Rambo from Spentex. Throughout my high school days, my strategy was to only befriend people who were receiving home cho and had nice chop boxes. I was coming from far, so strategy for coming inside. I bet in Nigeria, did you do that as well?
You know, there are some people who hear your name that you receive a parcel. I mean, some of us, when we close, we don't go for assemblies and stuff like that. But some go like, Charlie, you get postal item, because you know, say, money order has come. Once money order has come, we have there's this check. Blue cheese.
Thank you.
So that the blue cheese for happen. So somebody.
No, so how do you get the food? You break bounds and go and buy it? Or you had most of them buy it?
We break bounds. We break bounds. We break
One
bounds.
teacher whose wife was selling rice in the school, Pepra's wife. And Mr. Pepra was a family relation. So I used to go to the house. So early morning, the rice come very good. And that's why he was with me.
That is
Are you sure?
I survived without the hall. Because the day I'll miss the hall, I always count on my brother.
By association.
Yes. And then you know what?
Yeah, they compliment each other. Yeah.
And you know what? I always stay in the dorm. I fake like, oh, maybe I'm tired. My head aches. And then I'll sleep
He knows I'll bring him
till...
food.
Yes, I'll sleep till about 7. So at around 6:30, when they all leave for prep, and then my boy will come. Kwame J, chopai. Hey, you know, see,
Pepra pie. Meanwhile, I was doing all the work for the rice because.
You go and sweep. Or what did you do
Okay,
for the rice?
so when the rice is done, there's this wheelbarrow that they used to push the rice to where the rice is sold. I have to go and push that wheelbarrow. Oh, okay.
He was
Send
a
the rice.
TikTok.
But you
boy.
were fortunate to have friends and food to buy.
Yeah, so we saw that. Yes, so I'll send that. Yeah.
We had at
Oh,
least,
maybe small chops and stuff.
Small chops?
Yeah.
No, who
Salad
are really
and
eating well?
fried plantains.
No, the rice really had a good time with the rice.
If you miss dining hall, you've missed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've missed.
Wow, that's
That's what I know.
some of us
Unless you're going back to your chop box
intentionally
for
miss.
food or
Oh,
We intentionally miss.
or unless it's a Saturday and your parents have bought you food or your friend has food.
Who's coming to
I don't remember anybody selling food.
Wow.
That you go and
Oh, we tutors' wives were selling food.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
wow.
We had that
We
too.
didn't
And I
really
think
have
the
that.
Pepra thing really helped us for the whole.
We had
Now
that
here's
too.
what. Let's do academics and pressure. You're in school. You're still the entertainment thing takes over, but you know the reason why you're in school is academics.
Yeah.
How do you run around the pressures of getting the A's? Because I think ours had below 4 A's, then you're out of the school.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
in the first year, so you had to.
I think
There was a cut point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, so you had to always stay there. Below 4 A's.
Okay, I think in that case we were going straight until I think Form 2 to Form 3 when they repeated people. Yes, that was when we were like, hey, Kwame J. I don't know. No, when they repeated some friends of ours, we were like, Charlie, my God. Luckily, whether by the science students, at least we had a smooth sail. At least we have what we call the gentleman pass. Worst case scenario, the little to cross the safe haven, we're able to do it. And he, more or less, was the one who was doing the controllers go learn thing. So he was the academic influence on me.
So you're rubbing on saying you bring the
on
food.
him.
Good.
We had we called this one red line. So they will publish like the list of like your class, and then where the cutoff point is. So we get to know those who are beneath the red line, then like you become the topic, especially when you're popular in the school and go like, Charlie, this guy red line, the babam. So you yourself, people step up.
Right.
Okay. So that was like what was actually introduced for us to have that kind of healthy competition.
So we had the notice board thing.
So, and we had one guy, Polo will come after you. Like the moment he gets to know that you're on the red line, bro, hell for you. So you step up. We had people who actually tease you well.
So
they make you step up. Yeah.
We all had preps, no?
Yeah,
but sometimes preps wasn't preps.
For-
That wasn't for the books chatting there. Thank you.
Chatting and talking.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's when they reply the letters.
Yes.
That wasn't for preps.
I think in our case,
Okay.
Yours was different. Or you got the finger on your lip.
Charlie Form 3, I think we never did prep. We never did.
You never did?
We never did prep.
As in the
As
school
in
said
the
you shouldn't
school,
do it.
you didn't do the
We never did prep.
No, why are you dragging him into the thing? Say yours.
I never did prep.
Say, yeah, you
Never
say
did
you
prep.
never did.
But I love him because he brought me out of my shell.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but this boy,
But I have to do this. Every infantiman lady, you have to admire the person. Combining the pressures we're going on in school,
Water problem.
water problems, and you can't think. So to combine thinking about a young child of 15 years, your mind is on what water to use to bath tomorrow. You know, if you have a good school mother, maybe she saved some. And we had our parents, it's like the school reservoir. But then it's not enough for
all of
everyone. So everybody is struggling for water. That was the challenge. So combining a 15-year-old, a problem, a mother or father should be thinking about. You have a 15-year-old thinking about that, and then combining that with school. You understand? So every infantiman girl deserves to be admired.
You have gone through it.
We were meant to be adults.
it forces you
At
to grow
15,
up
16, 17, 18, you know, basic necessities. You're thinking about food, dining. If you miss dining, you have to go to your chop box. If you don't have water, how do you bath? And this and that, you know.
Water problem was
I think our
even
case
if it was a
was
problem
water.
in this school, what
We
they
are boys now.
No, I think where our school was located,
location,
Salt Pond, I think they have a water issue at that time. I don't know if it's been solved now, but
We
as
had
at that
water.
time.
I think we had
Okay,
water.
now let's go to Interco.
But we're serious students. We always pass our
Yes,
exams.
yes,
I have to
they
chip
will
that
give
in.
to you. Yeah, pass your
Let me tell you
Yes, we're
Interco.
learning.
So Interco is such that before we even go, we go to what we do shopping. You have to go and wear a fresh uniform.
of course.
So go to shopping. We have to go and shop.
Why you guys all
where?
pro?
Shop where? Shop where?
Where we go?
So we go to the drying line, but then the 4 months are
Those uniforms are fresh.
they are fresh.
Oh,
So
no,
go-
no,
They were not
no,
writing
no.
their names. They were not writing their names.
That's why it's shopping.
That's
That's why it's called shopping. So you go there, get a very nice Charlie. We need to
Yeah, we do that.
wear Charlie with some white tea underneath.
And you
this
plan
boy,
to
you know.
return it the next day or
So
something.
we tell
It's yours.
So it's two things. So it's one for like a weekend dispose of.
Yeah.
You are joking.
Yeah.
Oh, ask him.
No, it happened at this school. At this school.
No. I'm not bragging. No, but basically, okay, I had a very beautiful top down. I still have it. Yeah. Personal one.
No, was it for you?
For you,
Yes.
or stolen.
Or due to
Or
shopping.
purchase.
Please let me more careful. with
Not
the
stolen.
words.
Purchase.
Purchase
No.
What?
or borrowed.
Shop.
Shop right.
Shop-
The
shop
line
right.
is shop right.
Yes.
So
Oh, there are instances you go and come back and come out.
Senior high school,
Who checked the
our
out?
towels were getting lost, our
Yes.
sponges,
Yes,
and our
normal.
uniforms.
Come to this
So
school.
they were stolen by our mates. I
Come to
don't
this
understand. I
school.
thought we thought it was the people living the community.
No, it's your mate.
I don't know, wait for you. No, ours was on Saturdays. Trips. Somebody wants to go and visit a lady at Uliko Gay site.
Follow good.
They will
They have
wait
to-
for you when you are done washing your Tommy Hilfiger or your any brand, Ted Baker, whatever. They will wait for you. Brema, go for you, Papa. No, Papa, how you do you know?
Charlie straight. So Interco, we come. I think Interco we're doing.
Where were you? Where
We're
were
doing
you
either
having?
Ewak or Kaneshi Sports Complex.
Kaneshi,
But we didn't like Kaneshi Sports Complex because when we go there, we meet
Akraka boys.
this technical school around Kaneshi and the Akraka
ATTC.
boys, ATTC and Akraka boys. But we preferred Ewak because Ewak closer to Burma camps, I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
neutral environment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
EWAC, when we are done, we are able to just stroll sometimes
To the bus.
through the streets. It
37.
helps.
Yeah.
We pass through the.
She's
Why you always looking for backup?
He's always
Why
trying
you
to
looking
put me
for
in
backup?
trouble.
When I mention, we pass through. And I remember when after elections, Kufuor won, and I went to the jacket. They are doing party in Kufuor's house. And we walked from
walked.
Prusek to
Can you
Kufuor's house.
imagine?
Got there.
We-
There was no
invited
party there. And we had to walk
Hey,
back.
man, you walked.
No, so let's talk about Takor and Cape Coast.
Cape Coast.
Yeah.
Sister. Okay, from Fansima, I think to attend Interco, you must be in a sports team or something.
Okay, wasn't
And
for
then-
everybody.
And then I don't remember, but okay, I'm coming. And you have to be in a jama or the cheerleaders. Yeah. But some people were able to go because I remember
Lobby.
I was not in sports and I was not a cheerleader
But
or
you were
something.
able
But
to go.
the year or the day I was included. I wore my dress and everything. They were putting people in the bus, and I joined the bus. We got to Adisada College. I don't know if they told somebody that the games were over or something. I don't know. The driver, the house minister, just said 10. Oh, madam. The person has paid me up to today. Today.
Yeah, because that was where you were going to be.
So I was
Now,
going to see my extension in the face. I couldn't put the face to the There was a school that time.
free exam.
I couldn't put the
okay.
face to the handwriting. Boom. I had just every dress was
So you were
everything was
actually looking
new.
up to that day.
Alice, we knew when we go there.
I cried. So that was the day I cried.
Oh, right. Oh, so you
But
cried.
how? Just
Because you
pass
didn't
there.
someone that
I
was
was
like
surprised.
that.
But it's not fair. It's not
fair.
They've closed.
Because
That's
we
pass
know-
there. See the empty
Yes,
park
it's
and
not fair.
and just
It's
get back in the car.
It's true.
Oh, she
So
didn't
that's
try.
before we go away.
She didn't try.
There's this thing I want all of you to do. You've got school songs, either anthem or you know what I'm saying, something that you will never forget because it's either your school song, it's your school anthem. Do you remember yours?
Illuminate,
Nyelabo.
illuminate,
Mature your voice.
I'll help you with yours.
In the light, in the light, we shall see light, we shall see light. Away, all my sins shall be taken away.
Amen.
All my sins shall be taken away. All my sins shall be taken away.
Ah, by all his praise and worship song.
Oh, no, we have the various versions, but we are here.
We get the edited
The
one.
edited one.
Yeah, this is
This is the general one.
Okay, clean version.
This is the Sunday one. That was
The
sing.
Sunday one, you
Yes,
sing.
Don't let us sing the Friday
Okay, so let's do
But
yours.
we had hymns, this normal Methodist hymns.
Okay, yours it was
But we
hymns.
always used to add some
Ad lib to
yeah
it.
to it. Yeah, yes. To it. So for instance, we'll have all good things around us are sent from heaven above. So thank the Lord, oh thank the Lord for all his love. Sola, sola, sola. So yes, now so we used to add those kind of things to the hymns and all that, and it's still with us. Even after
Okay.
20-something years, we still sing the hymns that way, and then we still
nice.
add those kind of our own versions to it, and then our
Nice,
school
nice,
anthem
nice.
and all that. So
Ours is Santa
It's too old,
Claus. Which one?
yes.
Like the hill at this school.
yes,
You like the hill
that's the one. I'll
like
join you to sing it.
I decided
on the hill.
Vel primus, vel cum primis.
That's nice.
I'm a maker of great men.
This is the
Santa Claus.
This is how I sing it. Oh, seriously.
Hail la disco. Hail la disco. We shall never be beaten. Oh, we shall always bear their power.
Look at you.
No, I think that's why like I went to the school.
Look at you. Look at you.
So that
But our school old, Obranewarabo. Yes,
very,
yes.
very-
From that young
Yeah.
age, you sing it every day.
okay.
Obranewarabo, warabo, warabo. So as a tender young lady, I told her life is how you make it. So you have to try.
let's take some few messages. So I had the most amazing school mother. I'm a sickler. So my first year in the boarding house was very difficult. but Mary Clue made it comfortable for me. I salute her. This is from Frances and Winneba. Pascal was writing to me, Pelora from Site.
Yes.
That's well done, Ruth. You're writing to
I was trying to get her to come with me.
So you're writing
Somebody that to Pelora. I was writing to her.
she said, Pascal was writing to me. Were you writing directly to her or somebody's letter?
I think what to
Confess. So your show perfectly captures the chaos of high school. It reminds me of the time I tried to impress my crush in chemistry class and ended up setting my notebook on fire. No, what was he trying to do? Turning blue litmus paper to red.
Interesting.
This is Ebo in East Legon. Charlie, how are you impressing somebody? Go and do she impress for somebody. Why?
That word.
Charlie, but school days. I mean, we can't forget. So let's before we go away, let's talk about when you had to, after writing your final exams, and now you know you're leaving school.
Charlie.
Okay, I think it came with a lot of pain, especially in our case when we lost one of our colleagues just a day after his last paper.
Oh, wow.
So we left school with this kind of mixed feelings. It was like, is this how it's going to be like?
Life.
Yeah, so it was not too we're in sorrow. That's the late Obrempong. Yeah, we're in sorrow. May so rest in peace. And I think, but we knew we were facing the world out there, and we lived it. We were in Presec and we lived it.
Nice. All right.
Oh, that's
Inside?
sad.
How did you feel?
He just brought the death pattern.
Yeah.
Senior high school, when boarding house, when someone dies, there's this.
No, just imagine.
Heavy.
After his last paper.
And everybody is calm,
And I
everybody
remember
is quiet.
somebody died in my house or something, a senior. Hey, it was scary. My 15-year-old, 16-year-old facing all these challenges anyway. But then our last day in school,
Right.
you know, definitely you meet again, maybe in tertiary or something. And then we have these associations, so Old Girls Association, and it's still there up till now.
Santa, yours there, we know you people. One person gets married, groomsmen, 67. Why? One click. Why?
I don't understand.
Groomsmen,
Yeah.
Oh, it's too much.
67. Long.
No.
And they don't come quiet.
And they will lift the groom up. Big, oh God.
It's always been like that.
Yeah, they've always been like that. But we lost them like that.
You know, we are Christian gentlemen.
What
Christian
gentlemen?
gentlemen.
Christian.
All right, so how did you feel when you were leaving school?
It was a contrast of emotions because arriving in school, I felt almost like sad to have left home. But then going back home, I felt sad to have been leaving school because in between there were times that during vacations, I really looked forward going back to school. I was always wondering, am I going to miss all my friends, which I already missed them all.
But it's still
I can't say that. Mine wasn't like that.
So,
I packed my I packed my top box. Thank you at the waiting area.
oh goodness.
We're in a hurry to go. We're in a hurry to go. Oh, interesting. We
tired.
No, you know, every time
we
stayed during the time.
I was tired.
We're tired.
I stayed over after exam.
I was tired. I really wanted to go. I was
We
tired.
stayed even an extra day.
No. I stayed some days after my
No.
paper.
Same day delivery.
Every course had the day they finished.
Yeah.
Even though
I remember I finished on
some were
June
still
6th.
in school.
June 6th.
Last paper, physics.
And I was going to pick my cousin in Santa.
Right there.
And I had to go for that one, so I had to wait for him. So that I'll see.
Anyway, Pascal, how did you feel last day? This time we have to go and look for him.
I swear.
Your last day.
It was like, okay, too early about Fefe.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like, you know, of all the hey breaking bounds, doing blah blah blah, trying to act like
cooking
now,
in school.
Yeah, the world like they're going out.
Chef one.
I mean, you sure say you could pass and go to the university? That's another challenge, you know. But it was fun, like, you know, looking back to entertainment, looking back to boys. Boys really changed them at school bill, and since I was on Cocoa Scholarship, so when they discuss school fees, I know they inside. But boys had an opportunity to change, you know.
People intentionally living, not paying their
I mean,
fees.
those who were making money with
Sad.
their school fees thing and all that kind of thing, they were not happy we were leaving. Some of us challenge.
Because you get small for back.
They will say free.
Nice.
But it was fun on the
But
hill.
school was
It
good.
fun. Yeah,
Nobody, I don't
Nobody
think
was
anybody
good.
was
At this
going to
school,
say that.
If I
Well,
ever get
with
a chance,
all
I'll go back
the
again.
Yes,
I
and I always say,
Tell you.
If they do,
SHS
at the
is
start
that
of this,
the
they will
best
come
time.
and
in terms
You know,
of-
tertiary, we are mature sort of.
Yes.
But SHS,
And there's
like,
freedom.
SHS, Charlie.
There's strict rules and
Everybody-
regulations.
nobody should pass
There's
through SHS.
inspection.
No, you see,
You wake up in the morning with a plan.
Yeah.
There's a schedule.
Yeah, schedule.
You know,
Yeah, sure.
you have to lay your bed, take your
Saturday.
bath, get ready to class. After class, there's lunch, breakfast.
And that
go
one
back to
thing
class,
that was so
lunch,
irritating
go back
was
to
the
class. So
sirens.
Exactly.
No,
Ours was a bit-
I mean-
it depends on what he's going up for. If he goes up for, like, you know,
Dining.
dining, and you know, like, so
We
The
mine was a
roll
very
call was the
early-
painful one. The roll call siren was the painful one.
bro,
But then we're in Medina
Bro.
and you have to run back. To Medina.
All right. Thank you. We've had a very nice conversation. Thank you very much for coming through.
Yeah.
And I bet that these memories are definitely going to live on, and you can tell your children.
Of course.
And all of that.
Of
Would you want
course.
your son to go to Prosec? Or your child?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Your son at
I
Desado?
have girls, I don't
Your
know.
Mine too.
You
My
too.
2 boys.
On that
Daddy,
note, we are going to Adisado and Prosec and
Elephant
Moga.
Simon.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. It has been the Friends and Family Show. We've had a great time going down memory lane. My name is Noyo Kwote. We've been live here, coming through at your homes and your offices or wherever you're watching us from number 5 Owulahansi Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Kwote. And this is the end of the road for us for this week. We'll be back on Monday, same time, 6 p.m. I've been very late at doing this with you. I'll be back. Enjoy the rest of your evening.